And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome here as we get set for race number 17 of the season for the NNSCRA Almond Joy Series. After this race, we've got 3 more races, and we will be determining the 12 drivers that will battle for the first ever Almond Joy Series chase for the championship. Getting ready here to go racing, well, it's not under the lights, actually. It's at the short track of South Boston, the Almond Joy running here this morning. This evening will be the Hershey's Cup Series under the lights at South Boston. About 0.4 of a mile, very, very short, shorter than Bristol. And we've got 51 laps on tap here for you here today. John Andrews lines up on the pole. Andrews, a former winner this season, winning back at, I believe it was Arizona. And Andrews looking for his second win of the season to try and join a couple of other drivers who at this point are locked into the chase, including, obviously, K Jazzin and potentially Matthew Daleo. Alongside of him, though, A Stoudimere Jr., maybe one of the most consistent drivers this season that hasn't gotten a victory. Third in the point standings, jumped up to third in points with another good run last week. We'll see if Amore can maybe get win number 1 here today. P Minnick, another driver that's been close to winning, hasn't been able to yet, starts third. J Finguy, former winner, in fourth. Let's go down and get the command to fire him up.
Drivers, start them engines!
There's the command to fire the engines up. You got B Allan, our Dover race winner, lining up there in the 5th position. So big opportunity here today for a lot of drivers to maybe put a 1 in the win column. But another big question we have is track position going to be that much of an issue in this race? Because we don't know if we're going to run a majority of these laps under green or possibly under the caution flag. So we'll have to see what happens as John Andrews and A Stoudimere Jr. will bring us around. There's turns 3 and 4. Very quickly going to get around the racetrack under pacing and even quicker under racing as the pace car peels to pit road. John Andrews, A Stoudimere Jr. put us under the green flag here at South Boston. And John Andrews trying to clear going into 3. Looks like he will complete the pass. A Stoudimere Jr. trying to get down in line there in second in front of P Minnick, and I think he just might do that. So Andrews to the point, and it looks like A Stoudimere Jr. did not get down in front of P Minnick. Minnick sticking the nose down there to the inside. Will try going for the second position. Minnick at this point came into this race 7th in the point standings. So you got him, you got A Stoudimere Jr. all having, pretty stellar seasons, but just haven't found victory lane yet, as Minnick will now move to the 2nd spot. B Allan following right in line. Of course, B Allan winning at Dover, which it is a mile racetrack, but a lot of people really consider it a short track in the terms of how it drives. And, of course, B Allan winning at Dover, so knows how to get around short tracks and just got around P Minnick for second. Now sets her sights on John Andrews. Andrews 16th in point standings. B Allan comes into this race 33rd in the point stand, so you know which one of these two wants to win more. B Allan outside the top 30 in the points, and she's going to move John Andrews out of the way. And B Allan's going to go to the race lead. And look who's coming up to the inside there. That's Mitchell Carter there in the 52. Now taking the second position away from John Andrews. Mitchell Carter coming into this race. Currently situated in 27th in points. So a win could maybe put Mitchell Carter into the picture of getting into the chase. As now we got a battle for third between a couple of Toyotas. That's Jeremy Jones to the inside of John Andrews. Andrews falling like a rock. As soon as B Allan got around him for the lead, Andrews is now fallen back to 4th, in danger of losing that spot. Here comes Tyler Markel in the 48. Trying to take that position and will succeed. So looks like as we're getting further into a run here, John Andrews' car getting tight on him. Battle for the lead is on. Mitchell Carter to the inside on B Allan. So far we've gone clean and green, and we've had some good battling up here at the front as well. As Carter side by side with Allan. Allan trying to get that run off the corner, but we've seen that inside line get a good run into the entry, especially through the center. And right there is where you see the 52 get back to the throttle quickly enough, and Mitchell Carter now out in front. We've had a raging battle go on for that 6th position for the last couple laps. P Minnick has it. Zachariah Hall wants it. Of course, Zachariah Hall jumped up 8 spots in the standings last week, and he's now up to 23rd in the standings. So our Las Vegas race winner making some late race gains here to be able to keep himself in contention for being in the chase for the championship. And right now solidly running in 7th, trying to reel in the 6 Ford Mustang of P Minnick. Gets to the inside. Battle is on now for that spot, and as soon as it's on, it's over. Moves Zachariah Hall to the 6th position. We'll be seeing Jonathan Zoerlein in one of his few starts this season. A go-or-go homer in the Hershey's Cup Series here tonight. Well, right now he's running just outside the top 10. He was in the 10th position, but he just lost that spot to K Jazzin. And now he's starting to free fall as he's lost a spot to J Romero. Now loses one to Jesse Turner. Two-time winner M Daleo just behind. There's K Jazzin. Of course, a lot of top stories surrounding him coming to this race. Of course, a 3-time winner and all 3 wins all in a row. As K Jazzin trying to go for a 4th win in a row. I mean, we've had a 3-time winner, 3 wins in a row, but K Jazzin would love to be able to make even more Almond Joy history here. And he's fighting his way up to the front of the field. He's just gotten by his teammate, A Stoudimere Jr. That was for 9th, and now sets his sights on Ryan George for the 8th position. Meanwhile, move back up towards the front, and the leaders have caught traffic. Mitchell Carter now working on J Finguy, who is last time by scored in the 39th position. Also, Cody Hagan a lap down already. You got Richard Johnson, Cody Smart, Zach Rogers just up ahead, Chris Dollerton. Oh, contact right there between Brooke Allen and Mitchell Carter. They're 3 wide, trying to get by slower traffic, or drive it to the tail end of the field, and a little door bang there, and Brooke Allen's going to move by back for the race lead. That was a little testy. We nearly had the leaders wreck. Zach Rogers now goes a lap down, Chris Dollerton goes a lap down, and we mentioned this is a much smaller racetrack than Bristol, 1/10 of a mile shorter. Oh, look at this. Carter's going to try the bump and run on Brooke Allen. And so with it being green flag up to this point, that's one thing that definitely comes into play is drivers at the tail end of the field getting reeled in by the leaders. Look at Brooke Allen way up the racetrack there through 3 and 4. It seemed to really work out for her. As Mitchell Carter's having some difficulty getting around Richard Johnson and Mike Becker, Brooke Allen's going to take the high road, and she's going to get by not only Mitchell Carter, but put, looks like at least 1, maybe 2 more drivers down off the lead lap. And now Mitchell Carter finds himself boxed in, stuck behind that 98 car. Brooke Allen now going to go to work here on Davey Johnson. A couple of RCR teammates up ahead, and DJ Kurtis and William Brock. Kurtis coming into this race 10th in the point standings. Former winner this season, trying to make the chase. Now he falls off the lead lap. His teammate William Brock about to do the same. Couple former winners up ahead, and Nick Johnson, our winner from Tula. Benny Watson, our winner from Bristol Dirt. And Brooke Allen going to town here on these machines that are on the tail end of the lead lap. Remember, we mentioned Jonathan Zoerlein was up inside the top 10. He's almost in danger of going a lap down. He's just up ahead there in front of Grayson Acevedo, Connor Breeden, Angel Navarro. Be interesting to see how many drivers we actually have finished on the lead lap. And we've had a new driver jump up into the top 10. That's our winner from, it's either Atlanta or Texas. I'm not able to remember which one. That's James Qualls now over the back bumper of Ryan George, trying to take away what would be the 9th position. Kev Shearer right behind him. And that 7 car rather of K Jazzin continues to try and fight to the front of the field up to the 7th spot and reeling in Zachariah Hall for what would be 6th place. There's Tyler Markel. Markel right now in 4th position, that 48 car. The 19 just ahead there, going to the inside of Mike Becker is Jeremy Jones. He's in 3rd, and he's about to maybe be able to catch Mitchell Carter in a moment for that 2nd spot. 3 wide again back there as Markel makes it 3 abreast. Still side by side there with himself, Becker, and that's Richard Johnson on the outside. And now the battle's on for 3rd. Markel got a nice run there through 3 and 4. And now he'll drive to the inside on Jeremy Jones. Meanwhile, we move further up there. Brooke Allen having no difficulty with traffic, it seems. Now going to the inside of Grayson Acevedo, and now Cody Hagan falls a 2nd lap down. Hagan's car does not look like is completely up to speed. Was the first car to get put a lap down and was actually trailing the tail end of the field. So that 16 car might be something wrong with it. Maybe a possible cylinder issue. I'm not certain. And now Joseph Romero will fall a lap down. And look at the gap that Brooke Allen's been able to grow between herself and Mitchell Carter due to this lap traffic now. About 1.8 seconds between herself and Carter. Carter, however, is not doing too badly getting by traffic. Now about to bypass the lap machine of Benny Watson. Now has about 4 machines between himself and the race leader, Brooke Allan, who's got her sights set on Jesse Turner. And Carter's actually closing the gap. That last time by, he actually gained 4/10 as Brooke Allan's kind of getting stuck there on the high side. Apparently, as the run goes on, Brooke Allan's tires not able to hold the bottom as she's trying to get around Angel Navarro now on the high side. And look at there, the gap cut down again by another 4/10, and you can see both Brooke Allan and Mitchell Carter in the same frame. And now this is not going to work out well for Brooke Allan because they're battling ahead of her. She's not really going to have a lane that she can choose, and here comes Davey Johnson to the bottom, and as he goes to the bottom, Mitchell Carter also goes to the bottom, and Mitchell Carter is going to use that to his advantage. Mitchell Carter now, with the assistance of lap traffic, is going to go back to the race lead. And we're going to have 20 laps to go when they hit the stripe next time by. Carter to the point now has 2 lap machines, Jordan Lopez and Jesse Turner between himself and Brooke Allan, who's fallen back to second. And it's a long ways back before you get to Jeremy Jones, who at this point has held on to the 3rd position. Tyler Markel not too far back. There is Jones, and there is Markel. They've got 1 car between them, that being Richard Johnson. And then up to the 5th position, don't look now, K Jazzin is continuing to charge to the front. That 7 car has been strong week in, week out, 3 wins in a row, a confirmed locked-up spot in the chase for the championship this season, and still looking for more. John Andrews there in 6th, Shearer up to 7th, Qualls in 8th, Hall in 9th, and right now Paul Minnick has dropped back into the 10th position. May have a battle for 3rd here momentarily. Jeremy Jones kind of stuck on the high side trying to get around Richard Johnson. Tyler Markel's on the bottom, trying to reel him in for that position. And as you move further up ahead, Brooke Allan is starting to set her sights again on Mitchell Carter. Now back on the bottom line, getting by Seth Cole as Mitchell Carter moves by Ryan George. George now falling 2 laps down. And Brooke Allan is about to be on the back bumper of Mitchell Carter once again. Both these drivers wanting the same thing. Mitchell Carter, no wins, 27th in points. Brooke Allan, 1 win, 33rd in points. So Mitchell's looking for the win. Brooke Allan's looking not only for a win, but to get back into the top 30 in the points. And as things stand right now, we only have, well, 15 cars right now scored on the lead lap. Julio Cesar, the last of those machines, just ahead of the race leader. And all of a sudden, Brooke Allan, that charge she was making, it's gone away. It's now held up behind Davey Johnson and J Jefferson. Mitchell Carter getting by Cody Hagan once again. Cody Hagan must be down a cylinder or something. He's fallen a lap down quickly, and he's now 3 laps down, as now Mitchell Carter goes to work on A Stoudimere Jr., currently running in the 13th position. And there are now 12 cars left on the lead lap. Just up ahead, Eric Heiden in the 18. Paul Minnick, who was just inside the top 10 not too long ago. I think he's back now in the 12th position. Nope, 11th. 12th is actually Eric Heiden. And Brooke Allan again, starting to mount some kind of a charge, using the now lap machine of Jonathan Rains to cut through traffic, but she's got to hurry up and reel in Mitchell Carter if she's going to have anything to say for maybe getting her 2nd win of the season. Now Cody Smart lies between her and Mitchell Carter. And Carter's about to catch up now here to 12th place Eric Heiden, 11th place Paul Minnick. And he now puts William Brock down a lap as it's about 9.5 laps to go here at South Boston. Carter running on the high line this time behind Becker, cuts it down to the inside. 8 laps to go Let's see if the gap closed up at all between Carter and Allan. About 2.6 seconds last time by, now about 2.3, so 3/10 cut off, but got to cut it down a lot more than that, does Brooke Allan, if she's going to even get to Mitchell Carter's back bumper before they get to the white. Now Paul Minnick will follow a lap down. 11 cars on the lead lap. Eric Heiden in 11th, just up ahead. And Carter trying to get by these machines. And about a 10th again, that time taken off by Brooke Allan, but about 4 lap machines between herself and Mitchell Carter with only 7 laps to go. Make that 6. Carter still having a little bit of difficulty here getting around Eric Heiden. Heiden kind of leading him through the other traffic, now getting by Nick Johnson. Brooke Allan is now caught to the back bumper of Paul Minnick, but there's still about 3 lap machines between herself and Mitchell Carter, and time is not on her side. Carter now going to get by Chris Dollerton, make it 4 cars between himself and the Reynolds Wrap Chevrolet. Now working on Zach Rogers, following in the tire tracks of Eric Heiden. There's a total now of 4 laps to go. Now Carter trying the outside line to get around Eric Heiden. He can kind of use a little bit of experimentation here, but not too much. Brooke Allan is still within striking distance if Carter makes a mistake. And there's 3 laps to go. So far, we've run green flag. Let's hope we can run green flag to the checkers. Carter has not tried to make a move on Eric Heiden, been very content to ride behind the 18, currently scored in 11th. Mitchell Carter right now en route to win number 1 in the Almond Joy Series. 2 more circuits around, less than a mile to go for Mitchell Carter. Came into this race 27th in points. Mitchell Carter would love to put his name into the conversation for a chase spot, as you saw the white flag displayed. Over 2 seconds in hand between himself and Brooke Allan. Mitchell Carter just got to make turns 3 and 4, and he is home free. Underneath Jonathan Zoerlein in the tire tracks of Eric Heiden, Mitchell Carter will win at South Boston, win number 1 of the season in his Almond Joy Series career. Now for Mitchell Carter and that team, it's just got to be consistency for the next 3 races to try and make the chase, but Mitchell Carter now may have gotten himself a spot in this season's Almond Joy Series. Chase for the championship, only time will tell. Pretty good race in there, though. We had some pretty good battling for the lead early on, and then when the lap traffic came into play, that's when it came down to who had the best car to maneuver their way through traffic. Mitchell Carter with the win. Brooke Allan will come home in 2nd. Jeremy Jones and Tyler Markel hang on for 3rd and 4th rather. K Jazzin fights his way up to a 5th place finish. That makes at least 4. Sorry about that. That makes at least 4 straight top 5 finishes for that 17. Kev Shearer going to get 6th. Qualls in 7th. Nick Guenther, little late bloomer there, came up to finish in 8th. 9th place for John Andrews, and completing your top 10 was Eric Heiden. Zachariah Hall finished the last car on the lead lap in the 11th position. Caitlin Tsang 12th, Minnick 13th, 14th for Cesar, Davey Johnson 15th, and then the rest of your top 20, Rains, Navarro, Richard Johnson, Jefferson, and Matthew Daleo. As you look on down through the remainder of the finishing results, as you can see, Zach Rogers apparently retired out of the race, came to pit road probably before the standings were official, but finishes 32nd. And you can see that we ended up having 30 cars finish off the lead lap there from, I believe it was 12th on down. And then we had drivers finish 2 laps down, Zoerlein, Rogers, Dollerton, Kurtis. That's going to be a hit in the point standings for him. He was running pretty well in points, as was, I believe, Nick Johnson. Nick Johnson came in 15th in points. Kurtis came in 10th in points. So, yeah, both these drivers are going to take pretty hard hits in the standings, but both former winners. So we'll see if they can come back from that in the next 3 weeks. Becker, Brock, Smart, Finguy, and Cody Hagan actually took the car to the garage area before the race finished, finishing in the 40th position, was multiple laps down. Apparently some kind of mechanical issue not allowing him to be up to speed. So that is going to do it here from South Boston. Congratulations to Mitchell Carter on win number 1 here this season in the Almond Joy Series. Hope you guys enjoyed this race. If you did, be sure to give us a video, like, subscribe, become part of the crew today. We've shown you your full finish results. Up next are your point stands heading into our next race with 3 races left until the chase field is put together. Only 12 spots available and up for grabs. Next up here, we've got the Hershey's Cup Series, where we'll be racing at this very same track, South Boston, except we are going to be under the lights. Hope you'll tune in for that, as you've been watching a production of NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best.